Did you know there are better odds a Kardashian/Jenner attends a bubble playoff game than Bronny James? Seriously, you can bet on this stuff, and I actually think one of those will happen. We'll get into that later in the video. I'm also going to reveal who I think will win the East, the West, and the 2020 NBA Championship. And finally, we are just picking regular old games. Welcome to a Saturday special picks edition of AM Hoops, and I wanted to make an entire video based on picks because we've been picking games and been successful so far. The picks are 4-2, which is a 66% success rate, and the guys who do this for a living just pick at 52% success. So this video is sponsored by MYBOOKIE.AG. Head over there, put in the deposit code AM Hoops. If you do that, it will double your deposit. So let's pick some games. We're gonna pick some futures and some props. Let's start with who's gonna win the East, the West, and the championship. My pick to win the East is the favorites, the Milwaukee Bucks. Look, every team in the East has a flaw outside of Milwaukee. The Raptors beat Milwaukee last year with Kawhi going off. The Celtics don't have elite bigs. The Sixers are all over the place and they're injured. The Heat rely on 3 young, inexperienced players. The Bucks, though, have taken steps to get here and they are under pressure to keep Giannis. My pick out of the West is the LA Clippers. And do not be fooled by how they play in the bubble pre-playoffs. The Clippers have the 2 seed basically locked, and they're more concerned with getting the postseason healthy. They'll play teams who are motivated, like the Portland Trail Blazers. People will question the Clippers. We will not. The Lakers and Clippers will play in the conference finals, and I think the Clippers' depth and ability to guard LeBron James and Anthony Davis with the 2 best wing defenders in the league is too much. I'm picking the NBA Finals to be the Bucks versus the Clippers. My pick to win the 2020 title, though, is the LA Clippers. They are a consensus plus 310 to win the title. I do believe in Giannis' talent, but after that, things get shaky. Chris Middleton is a fine number 2, but not a superstar. Eric Bledsoe hasn't shown up in back-to-back playoffs, and he's recovering from COVID-19 this year. The Bucks' defense is great, but so is LA's. Offensively, the Clippers have the closest thing to Michael Jordan's game and Kawhi Leonard, whose passings got even better this year. The Clippers are the 3rd most accurate three-point shooting team in the West. The Bucks allow the most threes in the NBA. The Clippers also have Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams, who dominate off the bench and closing games. I think it'll be a close series, but the first Clippers banner will be raised. Okay, so those are futures. Now let's get to props. And there are 3 really fun NBA props over at MYBOOKIE.AG. And the first one is, will Bronny James attend an NBA bubble playoff game? Yes is plus 1100. No is minus 2500. I cannot believe those odds. Compare that to, will a Kardashian/Jenner attend a playoff game? Yes is plus 750. No is minus 400. There is so much wrong with these odds. First off, family is allowed in. Bronny James is family. The Kardashians/Jenners are not. That right there just ends it for me. But okay, let's go further. Which Kardashian/Jenner are they talking about? Khloe Kardashian has a kid with Tristan Thompson. The Cavaliers aren't in the bubble. Kendall Jenner used to date Ben Simmons. She might be dating Devin Booker, but family is let in after the first round of the playoffs. So that means the only way this happens is if the Suns beat the Lakers in the first round. Or if she's still dating Ben Simmons, the Sixers make it past the first round, and I don't even think they're dating. On the flip side, Bronny James will absolutely attend a game. The Lakers will, of course, be in the second round at least. LeBron goes to all Bronny's games. LeBron has talked about how much he misses his family in the bubble, so I expect them to fly down there and Bronny to go to a game. Now, if you put $100 on Bronny going to a game, you win $1,100 if he attends. To me, this is obvious. The other prop I wanted to touch on is, will LeBron James score 45 plus points in a single playoff game? Yes is the favorite at minus 140, then no at plus 110. So let's do a little research. LeBron has scored 45 or more in the playoffs 11 times. 4 of those came in the 2018 playoffs alone. This year, though, the most he scored in a game was 40. Anthony Davis is the first LeBron James teammate to lead their team in scoring. But even with all that, I'm going with yes. I think he'll do it. When the Lakers' back is against the wall, just like it was in 2018 with the Cavs, LeBron will go off. He scored 45 plus against the Pacers twice in 2018. That was a tough 7-game first round. I think LeBron will have to carry this flawed Lakers team at times, and he will go over 45 points. So we pick games all the time here on the channel, so you need to subscribe and hit notifications so you know right when these videos drop. But if you're catching this video early, my 2 best picks of the day. The first is the Phoenix Suns as 2-point favorites against the Miami Heat. I know that sounds crazy, the Suns favorites against the Heat, but this is different because Devin Booker wants to send a message after Draymond Green just said this on national TV.
It's great to see Book playing well and Phoenix playing well, but get my man out of Phoenix. It's not good for him, it's not good for his career. Sorry, Chuck. But they got to get Book out of Phoenix. I need my man to go somewhere where he can play great basketball all the time and win because he's that type of player.
Dude, I get Draymond Green wants to make like a Kendrick Perkins splash in his national TV debut, but that was extra spicy. Also, the Heat have no Jimmy Butler, no Kendrick Nunn, and even Goran Dragic is listed as questionable with an ankle injury. The Suns have the best player on the court, and he is motivated. Take the Suns giving 2. My second pick of the day is over 235 in the Milwaukee Bucks Dallas Mavericks game. Everything about this says a high score. You've got 2 of the best offenses in the NBA. The Bucks lead the league in pace. Of course, more possessions means more chances to score. Dallas is the best offense in the league. I know that Milwaukee has a great defense, but with the 1 seed lockdown, they could sit starters late. That opens the door for the Mavs to take over and run up the score. So that's it. Thanks again to MYBOOKIE.AG for sponsoring the video and for hooking us up with that promo code to double your deposit, AM Hoops. Good luck with the games, the futures, and the props, and thanks for watching. Support AM Hoops and click subscribe. Don't miss a daily NBA video.